Welcome back everyone to another battle report from Twisted Dice. Today we have got Sean, who's travelled many miles to come up to show off his Ultramarines in this next awesome battle report from Twisted Dice. And of course we have got da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da.
I actually had to check I had mine the right way.
No, I just have to check mine as well and make sure.
Really difficult task.
But if you are on Facebook, you would have seen a little short funny video that Sean had posted a couple of days ago. It absolutely made me chuckle. Of course, Sean was very upset when the first Space Marine Codex dropped, because obviously the basic Space Marines were...
The what?
Basic Space...
The basic Space Marines.
The basic Space Marines. It's all the S's.
Too many S's.
That's it, too many S's. Wasn't in favour anymore. Not in love. And you was kind of upset because you just had a commission job done.
I did. I had this army commissioned.
And it was not as good as you had hoped to be. But the gods have been in your favour. The new Codex has dropped. The new supplement has dropped. And as if you can see from his little cheesy grin, he's very, very excited to actually get this on the table. So really...
also just out today. So this is like... First time we played with it.
That's it. So,
2,000 points. ITC mission. We'll go through the mission in a second, but should we go through my army?
That's the more important part. So,
shall I run through it quickly?
Talk us through what we've got.
Okay. So we have a battalion of Ultramarines. The whole army's battle forged, and I've got your man Gilliman.
A reboot.
Yeah. So it's a battalion with a super heavy.
Do you know what? I wish I brought a Death Guard now. You
wish you brought Death Guard?
Yep. Because this could be like the Tack and McCrag.
Well, we haven't done your army yet. You could change it if you wanted to.
I don't have any Death Guard in the studio, so I don't.
Anyway, we digress.
It could have been a really cool, fluffy battle report, but it's not.
Let me go through my list, Darren. I'm very keen. I have 5 drop pods. I'm really keen to try out the Space Marine units. Now, Space Marines, Tactical Marines, the old guys, 12 points a model.
Cheap.
Yeah. Bolt guns, don't pay for them. 0 points.
0
points. Yeah. So we've got 4 units of Tactical Marines. So 2 units with no special weapons, 1 unit with a Grav cannon, Grav amp. So we've got 4 tactical squads. So that's good. And then I've kind of shaped it up. So I've put a unit of Devastators. There's 9 of them with 4 Grav cannons and amps.
Yep.
And they're in a drop pod as well. And then I put another unit of Devastators with 4 Grav cannons, and I've popped them in a Rhino. They're going to follow your man Gilman around the board because he gets the rerolls. It's a good little thing to do. And then, well, we can go through this in the game. We'll talk.
He's not as good as he used to be, though, is he?
He's not as good as he used to be, but he's also come down 50 points. So if anything,
makes up for it.
Yeah, you're not re-rolling those wounds. And the problem you had was you either took Gilliam in a competitive list or you didn't. So it'll be nice to see other armies get a lot of stratagems.
Changed.
Get a lot of stratagems in here though in the supplements. So we'll see how they work out. And then I've got 3, I've got 3 characters. We've got your man Gilliman. We know kind of what he does. We won't go through him. We have Sergeant Cronus, who we're popping into the Vindicator Laser Destroyer. Now he's quite interesting. Even when he takes wounds, he's still hitting on 2s, and the vehicle generates a wound every turn for 30 points.
That's nothing, is it really?
That is nothing. I may as well
I'm going to
put a heavy bolter on there. You know, a storm bolter. And I'm going to take Captain Sicarius. So I like him. No other reason behind it. I've got no Primaris Marines in the army list yet, but I think they're very good. So that is my 2,000 points. I think I'm about 4 points off the nose of 2,000 points.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Let's see how drop pods do.
So who's going to be your warlord?
Warlord is Gilliman.
Cool. And what's Gilly's warlord trait?
Oh, he is taking Nobility Made Manifest. Let me just double check that. Yeah, that is correct.
That is correct.
I can confirm, I can read. I am dyslexic, so I might have got that wrong. But it basically allows Ultramarines infantry and bikers to conduct heroic intervention. So entire units of infantry can heroically intervene up to, I have this in front of me, 6 inches. So, I don't think I really heroically intervened that often, but I probably will now.
They just actually got a little bit better than the and Space Wolves at the moment.
Oh yes.
Oof.
Oh, all the
That's really good. And do you know what the beautiful thing about this? I'm really loving it at the moment, that the fact that bolters have got even better again. Marines have become super powerful, which is absolutely awesome. Loving this. So we talked all about your army, Sean. Let's get in and see what Chaos is mastering today. So, in my list, I am going with primarily the Thousand Suns Codex.
Very nice.
It's cool.
What do you got in your list?
It's a little bit of soup, and I'm going to be trying out the new Chaos Codex. Now, we know the Chaos Codex has been out for a while, couple of weeks, and it already feels like it's a little bit old, but this is the first time I'm going to have a try of actually using the Chaos Codex, Chaos Knight Codex, since the drop. Been a busy boy, painting. Still not got my Chaos Knights fully painted yet, but they're coming. They are coming very soon. They're going to be looking absolutely awesome. Can't wait for it. But go through the army itself.
Mm-hmm. What do you got?
So for the knight itself, we're just going to be going with the Chainsword Reaper, the Reaper Chainsaw. I can't even say more words today.
Reaper Chainsword.
Reaper Chainsaw and the Battle Cannon, and I'm going to be going with a Stabber. I was tempted to go with the Missile Pod, but ideally what I want this guy doing is running across the tabletop, shooting up what you can and getting into combat. So the Missile Pod would be really cool, but I'm not going to be going with it today, only because I don't have the points to spend on it. Going over to the Thousand Suns side, I was tempted to go with some like Cultists and go with some Demons, but because Sean's going all pure Ultramarines, yeah, I thought I wanted to try to do the same in a way with the actual Thousand Suns troops. So I'm going to go with a battalion. So in my HQ choice, I'm going to be going with Araman, and he's going to be my Warlord. Now he's got a cool Warlord trait where he gets the +1 invuln, which is really big. That's very strong for Araman.
+1 for Araman or for anybody else?
Yeah, we're going to do it for everyone else. No, just for Araman himself. So he's meant to be the best psyker in the world in the lore for 40k, but thankfully you haven't brought the new best psyker in the 40k lore. But we should have done that, because that'd have been really cool, because we could have had a psyker off.
Yeah, we could have.
We could have had the Battle of the Mines in the middle of the board. And then second HQ choice, I'm going to be going with Mr. Gimpy himself, and he's going to be going with Talons. So got the wings, so the idea is he's going to come up behind the actual troops themselves, get in, add a little bit of muscle to the actual battle itself if needed. And then my third HQ choice, I'm just going to be going with a Bob Standard Psyker, Sorcerer even. No special weapons, he's just Bob Standard, just to add his extra might into the psychic pool. Troop wise, I'm going to be going with 3 squads of 10 of the Rubric Marines. 2 squads are going to be going with the Soul Reaper cannons, and then for my heavy, I'm going to be taking 2 Leviathans, both armed with the Butcher cannons, and I'm going with the drills. So they are going to be the meat of the actual army itself. They're going to be the bits that's going to hopefully tank. I know Sean's got a lot of Grav, so he can deal with them very easily, but Grav is not as bad as it used to be, where it used to mobilise things in the past. So thankfully that's gone out the window, that's gone. So I feel a bit more comfortable.
You were worried about being immobilised, was it?
Oh, that was horrible in the past. You just need...
Do they have an invuln save, the Leviathans? What is it, 3, 4?
I'd need to double check on that, because it's been a while since I've used them, but we will double check on that as we go through. Yeah, I think it's 5 shooting, 4 in close combat.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
We'll double check that.
We'll double check it. But they're really cool. They're probably 2 of my nicely painted models in this army.
What about the knight?
Well, I can't really say the knight's beautifully painted at the moment, only because it's like a little bit got a coating of dust over it, as you can see, with the amount of love and use he's been getting from it.
Anything special with him?
He's going to be taking a couple of cool things.
Couple of cool things.
Do you want
to tell the people what you're going to take?
I haven't quite decided yet.
Okay.
So I'm still in 2 minds. So
we'll figure that out.
Time when we hit the battlefield. That's it. Time it hits the battlefield, I'll tell you exactly what it's got in there, and then go from there. But otherwise, this is going to be a really cool game, really close game. I've got to withstand the drop pod assault coming down turn 1. If I can withstand that, we're laughing. We're going to be good for the Emperor, or for the false Emperor, or the dead Emperor, or I don't know where I'm going. They hate the Emperor. But these are the loyalist ones. I don't know if you noticed. They They're before the warp had tainted them, so they've actually got, you know, the rift has opened up and they've come through and I've, whoa! Aaron, what have you brought us into, man? But look, this is going to be a cool battle report. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Look, you know, I was thinking about taking Mortarin. I was also thinking about taking old I've forgotten his name.
Magnus. Is that what you think about it?
I've got so many Primarchs in my head.
You're really excited by this. I know,
one. But like, it'd have been so cool to have a Primarch battle in the middle of the board.
Would have been.
But do you know what? I think the Knight can take him on instead, because I kind of got an idea what I'm going to go with him. But I'll let Sean know that in a little bit. Cool. So I think we've chatted enough. Okay, so we're going for mission 6 from the ICT, which is a Crucible of Champions, which is 5 objectives. So we've got 1 objective marker there, 1 over here, 1 to the center, 1 behind the back there, and then 1 objective just there. Sean won the roll-off. So the pulled Dawn of War. His army has chose to go over to that side there, and then I've chose to go second. So Sean has deployed his units first, meaning I've now been very, very defensive, trying to take up as much of the backboard as I possibly can. Bearing in mind, I know that Sean's going to have a lot of drop pods coming down and can do a lot of hurt very, very quickly. I spent a command point to turn my knight into a character, which allows me to have an artifact, which the artifact is going to allow me to have +1 to the invulnerable saves against shooting. So at the moment he's got 4 up invuln. And then the Demon Prince has got an artifact, and he's going to be going with the Helm of the Third Eye. So the Helm of the Third Eye, every time Sean uses a command point on a 5+, I get a command point back, which can be hopefully really good for myself. Psychic wise, I've got a little sorcerer hiding away in the building in here. Now he is going to have Gaze of Fate and Diabolical Strength. Araman is going to be having Warp Time, Temple Mutation, and Prescience as the Demon Prince. I'm going to go brave with this one. I'm going to go with Glimmer of Zinch and Weavers of Fate for that +1 invuln. Now all the troops are going to be given, I'm going to pretty much give them the Temple Mutation, because then that gives me a little bit of a chance to heal some wounds back depending on where they are. That's the plan anyway. And so Sean, troop wise on the table, all he's got is his main character and the Vindicator
Gilliman
there,
and then we have the Rhino with the heavy Grav amps in here,
all hidden away.
Hidden away. Rest and Deep Strike.
So the secondaries we've chosen, so I'm going to be going with the Mark for Death, and I've chosen his
two Devastator squads.
2 Devastators.
So 1 in the Rhino, 1 in the drop pod, and then you also went with, and correct me if I'm wrong, the 2 troop choices with the single Grav cannon also in the drop pod, and Kingslayer you put on to Gilliman.
That's correct.
And I went for Titan Slayer. I went for the Demon Prince, 1 troop choice of Marines, which I believe are hidden in the middle building, and then I also went for the 2 Leviathan Dreadnoughts, because I knew Darren would send them towards me quite quickly, so if I can kill them, some points there.
It's very true, very, very true. Okay, so I can't roll to seize the initiative, so it's pretty much going into turn 1 for the Ultramarines.
That's
with
good.
Sean, good luck.
Oh, thank you.
There he is. So end of movement for the Ultramarines. As you can see, Sean has been a bit aggressive with 2 of his drop pods down. Did make a little bit of a schoolboy error. I did move 1 of the troops in deployment. Don't know why, but that then meant that he could then squeeze his troops in there, because I did have originally 2 troops there, and I kind of forgot myself, but it's cool. Another schoolboy error. I was meant to have done was warp time on all my troops, not the hill, just to guarantee I got that the ability to basically just jump things across the table. It is what it is. We're going to adapt the battlefield and just get on with it. Second thing Sean's done is dropped a drop pod down here. A squad of troops sat down upon that objective there. Gilly, the Devastator squad have jumped out and they've moved forward with the Rhino sat into the centre, holding the centre objective. So at the moment that means Sean is holding 2 objectives, as I'm only holding 1 at the moment. So Sean, any psychic? There isn't, is there?
No psychers, no, but we will try and get Tigurius up and running.
Very, very soon.
Cool. Should we go into shooting?
Let's do shooting. So what are you going to go with first?
I think the first unit I'm going to do is I'm going to fire the Grav unit into the Leviathan to try and weaken that, get it down.
Okay, cool. Okay, Sean, talk us through what you're going to do with your first squad of Devastators shooting.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Signum from the captain onto one of the Grav cannons. I'm going to fire everything into the Leviathan Dreadnought, just to kind of explain that. So one of the Devastators with the heavy Grav cannon, he's going to have hidden 2s, but because he's moved with a heavy weapon, he hits some 3s.
Sure thing. And what's the name of that thing? It's the
Signum.
Signum, that's it.
And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm also going to use the Shrub. Is that how you pronounce it? Cherub. The Cherub. He's going to allow that guy to shoot again.
The little floating baby.
Yeah.
That's not present at the moment.
I'll do this guy first. So I'm going to hit in 3s, and because I have Sicarius in 6 inches of both units, I get to re-roll 1s. So hitting on 3s, so they all hit.
Yep.
Okay, and then I wound you on 5s and 6s.
That's correct.
Okay, so that's 2 wounds. So pop those to one side, and I'm also spending a stratagem, which is graphonic. What's the word there, Darren? Back up. It's this one here, graphonic amplification. So it's 1 point to do it, and it lets me re-roll the Grav weapons wounds as well as the damage. So we have 2 that have hit, and what I'll do is I'll re-roll these 2 again, with regards to damage. So 5s and 6s. So that's 3 wounds.
3 so far, yeah.
And then what I'll do is I'll actually just do that guy shooting again, because there's no point confusing. So 3s to hit, and I can re-roll 1s. Okay, so that's better. And then 5s and 6s to wound. So that's 1 wound there, so that's 4 wounds, and re-roll again, nothing. And then with the rest of the guys, I'll get another dice. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So these guys hit in 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So 4s to hit. Okay, that's better. And then I get to re-roll the 1s, so the 2s and 3s miss. Can't do much about them. So I would say that's a pretty good roll so far, Darren.
That's a good roll so far. It's a really good roll.
And then these guys here need 5s and 6s with re-rolls. So another 2.
Another 3.
3, cool. And then I re-roll them all again. And that is...
pretty tasty so far.
Pretty tasty. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds on the Leviathan.
Very good, very, very good. Okay.
And they are -3, but because of the Devastator Doctrine in action, they're actually -4.
Doesn't matter. It's going to be a 5-up invulnerable save on those.
Excellent.
So cocked 1 there. That's not good. So that's what? 6, 7,
8. How many wounds has this got?
Not sure.
Not sure.
I'll have to check on that.
Right.
We'll double check on that.
So they're D3, but I got to re-roll them. So let me roll 1 at a time. So that's 2 wounds. Right. Now we're on 5 wounds. I will re-roll that one. So we're on 6 wounds. And I'll re-roll that one. 6 wounds, 9 wounds. 11. 13. 13, 15.
Yep.
And then that one is another 3, so that's 19 wounds.
Yeah, I can definitely say he's gone. Does he blow up?
A 1.
No, he doesn't. So that's the Leviathan gone. That's a good round of shooting first of all. So it does mean the guys at the back are no longer going to shoot.
Yeah, they are out of shooting.
They're out shooting. Yep.
Cool. So this tactical squad here with 1 Grav cannon are going to fire into these troops here. So 2 guys at the back won't be rapid firing. So we'll do the Grav cannon first. So we need 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Okay, so we've got 1, 2 hits. And then their AP is going to be 3, so it'll be D3 damage.
So wound first of all?
It's 5s. Sorry, 3s to wound. So we've got 1 wound. Yeah. And then there's no wound with that one. And then I'll do. Do you want to just do that save?
Yeah, make that save because it's going to be a 5 up.
Also, it's a 2.
2, so 1 is dead. So we'll take that little fella there. Cool. Here we go. So rapid firing bolters.
Rapid firing bolters into the Thousand Suns and cover. Nothing special. So I need 3s to hit. Re-rolling 1s. So a couple of 2s in there. Darren, this is the first time I've rolled these. A lot of 2s. So, and then I only need 4s to cause some wounds. Nothing special with those, so take out the 2s and 3s. So altogether that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 saves. I need you to roll some 1s. Oh, we got 3 ones.
Ouch. Okay.
Command pointers?
No, first drop one is just going to fire his storm bolters.
So he's rapid fire, so he's going to hit once, forced wound, no wounds.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, we are going to do a morale check for the Thousand Suns. So loss 4, leadership 8. So low numbers please, 3, we're good.
Very nice.
So where Sean used a command point earlier on a 5+, I do get it because of the command of the third eye, and I don't. End of movement for the Thousand Suns. Having quite an elite little force, losing that 1 Leviathan makes a massive great difference because that is a big part of the army that's disappeared. But it's cool. We haven't been deterred to the targets we need. So all I've done movement wise, Leviathan has pulled himself off to here. So hopefully going to get the warp time off, and then movement an extra 8 inches closer to the target. The this model here, you can just about see the left corner of the troops over there. So we're going to fire over to them. It's not really what you want to be doing, but I'm still hiding away from anything down that aisle from the train. So that's cool on that side. Demon Prince has just moved over to here, so we're going to start putting some smite out. Obviously we've got Airman, I was going to hopefully do some smiting, and we'll go from there. Cool, let's go in to Psychic.
Okay, Darren, tell us what you're going to do in your
So we're going to go warp time first of all on the Leviathan.
What do you need to cast it off? That's cast, isn't it?
Yeah, that's off by miles. So let's move that and then we'll come back.
Cool.
So next thing we're going to do, we're going to cast off Prescience onto him. So this is warp charge value of 7. Doesn't go off. We'll take it. That's fine. We're not going to do any. We're not going to re-roll anything. It's not worth it. And then we're going to cast off Smite.
Oh, double
one.
Rolls.
2 seconds, because I will. So going to spend a command point for one of those.
So 1 as well.
Jesus,
What
how many more wounds?
5.
No, it's not 5.
Oh, D3
it's not
is it?
5, yeah. 3, that's a shocker.
Wow, only happens to Darren, these things.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So what have we cast off so far? So we cast warp time.
Warp time. And then you did 3 others. So we failed Prescience and we failed Smite.
Yeah, that's
It's not the greatest sorcerer in the Imperium.
That is absolutely shocking. Okay, so the squad down here are going to cast off temporal mutation, manipulation. I can't even say it. But we're going to cast that on Araman.
We're casting the power on Araman.
Yeah, this is basically D3 mortal wounds back.
Okay, lovely.
So that
10.
does go off.
Nice.
Come on.
Darren gets 1
One.
win.
Well, one's
So let's spend a command point. How many command points have you left now, by the way?
We are down to 6 command points.
6 points. They go through them quick, these elite armies.
They are going through quickly. So the only thing I'm going to cast off of this fella is going to be Smite, which is going to be the Land Raider. Not Land Raider.
The Rondo, I wish.
The skinny Land Raider.
Do this in front of us here, by the measuring tape there, so we can see. Oh, a 3.
3.
And you can't re-roll it, can you?
No. That is...
So the Land Raider is safe, everybody.
So my psychic spells are diabolical.
Be honest with you, Darren, I'd probably give you about a 1 or a 2 out of 10 for that psychic phase.
This is crazy, right?
Yeah, not the best.
Yeah,
right. Talk to us, Darren.
So first thing we're going to do is from the knight, we're going to go battle cannon into the first squad over there. So 2d6.
Yep. Okay, that's
11. Good night. So hitting on 3s.
So this is the battle cannon from the knight across the table into these little guys over here.
Yeah.
So, couple of 1s and 2s.
It's cool.
And
then 2s.
Yes. No 1s.
No, but that's 2, 4, 6. 8 go through.
Yeah, and it's -2, is it?
-2. That's it, -2 D3 damage.
Cool, so 5s and 6s, and unfortunately poor Araman has taken a little tumble, so we'll roll these. Can I roll really well? I've managed to save 3, so that leaves 5 die. So let me take 5 away. I think I'll take the closest away, try and remove that charge.
Yep, so the next squad is going to shoot everything into the Devastator squad. So we're going to go with the Melter first.
2 hits.
No, it doesn't, because it is... no, it does.
Okay.
It's only the other one, so that does hit to wound.
Wounds. So that's basically -4.
Yep.
So that's 1 of the Marines in the Devastator squad gone.
That's it. And then 8 shots.
Ooh, nice. 8 shots from the Butcher Cannon, is it?
This is going to be good. Okay.
Cool.
So freeze. Now Araman's within 6.
Okay.
So it does allow me to re-roll those for all of them.
Yes.
Which is good. Let's make sure we've got the 8 dice. 2s.
Okay.
So that's all of them.
Yeah, minus.
Now this is -1, 2 damage apiece.
Okay, -1, 2 damage apiece. So basically
4s.
4 up saves. Can I make them? And I've rolled like a boss. So 2, 3.
3 dead.
3 dead. So we'll take 3 away from it.
Okay, so going into shooting from the squad underneath. So these are all going to shoot into the Devastator squad.
Yep.
So we've got the pistol, and then we've got 4 dudes, just 4 normal troops with bolters. So because of the bolter rule, rapid fire at 24. So let's put all, they might as well just all go together. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the pistol. Needing 3s, re-rolling 1s because of Araman. So that one I can't re-roll. Those hit so far. And then re-rolling those.
Okay.
For another 2.
4's to wound, is it?
It is indeed. So there's 3 so far at -2.
Cool, -2. These are just bolters, are they?
These are, yeah, they're like the Thousand Suns ones.
Cool, so 1 dead.
1 dead so far. And then going for the Reaper Cannon.
Okay,
so 2 hit.
And no wounds.
Ouch. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go for a charge from the Leviathan, who's going to charge into the drop pod. I can't declare a charge on the other troops because of the distance, but it's fine, there's no worries. So that's my intended target, Sean.
Okay.
So need a 9.
Yep. You got a 10.
Got a 10. That's
so you're
good.
In.
That's good. So let's measure up and then we'll come back.
So Stormbolt is going to rapid fire into the Leviathan, needing 6s, no hits.
Because we're not a fully in base contact, so I'm going to do my cheeky 3 inches, which I'm going to put it around to there, which then locks that squad of Marines up. So hopefully trying to stop them from shooting. Actually, yeah, let's do that.
Yep.
So 4 attacks, hitting you on 2s. So it's all hit. Then needing 2s.
Okay.
So 3 go through. -4, dude.
Cool. So guys, we've had a wee look-see. The drop pods don't have the explode rule, and they also only have 8 wounds, which wasn't particularly much. So this drop pod here, it will be removed from the table. What's your next move, Darren?
So my next move would just be to pile in. So let's move that out of the way.
Yep.
And then what we're going to do is just going to move that into there, locking them in.
For sure. Now they attack you back now, right?
That's correct.
And because you're charging in, do I overwatch you?
No.
Okay. So we shall do attacks back.
Okay, so to hit first of all, please.
So I need 3s to hit. Ooh, not very good. And then I'm going to need 6s. No 6s, so no damage done there. So morale for the Ultramarines this turn. I'm going to spend 2 command points to keep the 3 Grav cannons alive, and then the leadership of the squad with the Ultramarine special rule is +1 because of Gilliman. So it's leadership 9 on the sergeant, and I got a 2. So these guys here are also fine.
Okay, so we've got a morale check. You've already done that. So the only thing I've got to do is just roll to see if I get your command point back.
Yes,
you spent. So I need a 5 and a 6. And I've got a 4, which I don't. Okay, so at the end of that battle round, so we both kill one. At the moment, Sean is holding more. He's holding 3, centre, back, and there. So Sean is going to hold more. He does score 1 for Mark for Death, which is one of the Leviathans, and he does get behind enemy lines. So already it's an uphill battle for myself, but I'm not giving up. I know I can still take him on. So let's bring it on for turn 2 for the Ultramarines.
Oh, here we are. So start turn 2 for the Ultramarines. I'm going to change the doctrine from Devastator to Tactical, so it'll allow me to move my guys and count as if they were stationary for the bolter discipline. So I think for the Ultramarines, that's the best. And then I've got 2 more units of bolters to come in, so I'm going to drop them in now. So there we go. Now let me go into my move. End
of movement for the Ultramarines. So we've got the tactical squad. It's just pulled themselves out of combat with the Leviathan.
Yep.
The Devastator squad have moved around, heading themselves up.
Yep. So they can move and shoot with no penalties because Scions of Guilliman move with a ranged weapon and count as if they're stationary.
The tactical one's got the -1 though, haven't
they?
They?
They're forced to hit. They've fallen back, and Sicarius is kind of move up and.
See, that's still pretty strong.
It's not bad.
That's still pretty strong.
But all the other Marine chapters really get like +1s, exploding 6s. So this is their one. These guys here, they've moved forward, trying to get a charge off on the Thousand Sons in the squad. And this here, I've kind of more fortified it because I think like the game is 1 over number 6. So I'm waiting to see what comes down this middle channel. And then I dropped a drop pod in here to reinforce number 5, as well as the tactical squad, because I kind of wanted to move forward with the Devastator unit. Pardon me, all these hiccups. And then I dropped in a tactical squad here in number 4. I've kind of realised I'm not actually going to kill a lot of Darren's units that easy if he continues to hide. So I'm going to try and score maximum points on holding as many objectives as I can. So that's the kind of game here at this stage.
Cool. So what are you doing with your doctrines?
So with my doctrines, I have, I think I mentioned it, but I've changed it from the Devastator doctrine to the Tactical doctrine. So now all assault and I think it's rapid fire bolt guns get -1 to their profile. I think it's bolt guns. I'll have a wee look at it and we'll come back when we go into the shooting phase and talk through it. And then Guilliman, at the minute, obviously he's a character, so I'm trying to avoid being shot at, so I'm keeping him behind some of the units here. But at the minute I'm going to try and take out the Leviathan Dreadnought and then wait and see what the Imperial Knight does. But hopefully if I can get rid of the Leviathan, then that puts me in a good position and we can see where we go from there.
Okay, Sean, so what are we going for first?
We're going to start off with Sicarius, his pistol.
Yep.
So it's an artificer pistol. So it hits on 2s, strength 8. I don't even have to overcharge it. So it hits, it's strength 8, so 4s to wound, which I do.
Cool.
Oh, it's a 3. So it's a flat.
Okay, so what is next?
So the next one we're doing is we're going to do Sergeant Cronus. He basically, if you have the Whirlwind Hunter Stalker Land Raider Vindicator, which the Laser Destroyer has.
Is a Vindicator, yep.
Yeah. We are going to fire his volley fire. So he gets to fire twice. So because he's beside Guilliman, he gets reroll. So it's 2s to hit. Okay, so reroll. So they all hit. 3s to wound. And because he's an Ultramarine and he's beside Guilliman, re-rolling 1. So 3s, re-rolling the 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 saves.
Okay, so 4 saves. 5s.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so that is 3 saved. So 1 just goes through, so that puts me up to 5 damage. Okay, so we've got the troops over there shooting.
So these Ultramarines here are going to rapid fire because they've obviously the tactical doctrine on. They count as if they're stationary because of the Scions of Guilliman rule. So we hit on 3s. Okay, so take out the 1s and 2s. No re-rolls. And then I need, is it 4s? I need 6s, actually, because it's double the toughness, aren't you? Your toughness 8.
That's right.
Cool, so 6s. So that is actually 2 saves. 2 saves, Darren, at -1.
Okay, so 1 more goes through.
1 more goes through, so that's put 6 wounds on it now. And you only have 8 remaining, is that right?
Okay, so next up,
gonna do drop pods. So the first drop pod hitting on 4s, 3 hit, 6s, no 6s. Next drop pod rapid firing, 2 hits, any wounds on a 6, 1 wound. I don't believe there's any AP on this one, but you've passed it on a 6 anyway. Cool. And then we've got, let us do, I'll do all of the bolters here and the grav cannon into him just in case I get lucky.
Sure.
So grav cannon hitting on 4s. So we have 1, 2. We take the 2 out, but we get to re-roll because of Sicarius. And we get 3 hits. I wound on 5s and 6s. Cool. So wow, 1, 2, 3 wounds onto the Leviathan Dreadnought. Okay. You want to do 3 different ones. You don't want to use the ones that rolled high.
Okay. Damn it.
Do you want to command re-roll any of those?
No, I'm going to take it.
Okay, so these, I can't re-roll these. These are flat, just whatever I get. D3. So we've managed to get 3, 4, 5. So 5 more wins. That puts them up to 11.
Yep. So that leaves me with 3 left.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be a bit painful next.
And then the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Grav one again. So I'm going to spend another command point on this unit here.
See if I get it back.
You do. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fire 2 Grav weapons into the Leviathan Dreadnought. So that's a total of 8 shots. And then I'm actually going to put 4 more shots into the tactical squad here, or the Chaos Space Marines. So let's do the ones into the Leviathan, needing 3s to hit. Okay, re-rolling the 1 because I obviously have Sicarian there. So these are the hits. I need 5s and 6s. I do get to re-roll them. Okay, so no 5s and 6s. This could actually be a big error on my part for not firing in more. But we managed to get 1, 2, 3. And Darren, you have 3 saves. Cool. So 2 go true. And of those 2, I do... I get to re-roll them. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's enough. Does he blow up? He doesn't blow up. And then the following Grav weapons into the Chaos Space Marines, or the Thousand Suns over here. Re-rolling the 1 is 2 hits, and then I need a wound on 3s. So they are 2 saves at -3. Okay.
So we'll take that one, and we'll take that one.
Okay, so there we go.
Okay, so charge phase. These guys over here are going to charge into the Thousand Suns.
So we need a 3. So we've got a 7.
Yep, so I'll let you move those up.
Cool. So these guys have charged in here, like so. I am going to try and get the Devastator guys, these 3, into with the other Thousand Suns. So I guess a 7 is...
That's indeed.
Okie dokie, cool. So we'll just push them like so, and they'll just go around the back. Cool.
Okay, here we go. So going in with the attacks,
using the new rules as well. So we got the shock
attack, shock assault. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. So I get an extra attack for every Space Marine that charged in. So I'm just going to do the Devastators first, and I hit in 3s, and I wound on 4s, and they are some pretty hard hitting Devastators.
Now, dust to dust rule gives me a 2-up save in even in combat. And that's me all saved.
Cool. Are you going to interrupt? Would you like to use some of your command points?
Do you know what? I think at the moment it might be a good idea. So let's see what I can get in there and come back.
Go on. Go.
So I'm going to interrupt, spend 2 command points just to try take these Devastators out before they get too much of a pain in the bottom for myself. So we're going to go with all the attacks onto these. I think at the moment that's probably going to be my my sensiblest option. Yeah, let's do it. So let's do the 2 normal guys first of all. Again, the I can't say the word.
The Assault Doctrine. Chaos Space Marines. Go on, roll away.
Yep, there we go.
So he gets +1.
So all hit.
Yeah, very nice. 4s to wound. Oh, that's nice.
4 wounds, sir.
And they're just normal saves.
They're normal saves on these ones.
Okay, so 4 dice. All good.
And then the Aspirin Champion.
Yeah.
All but 1.
3s. Cool.
So let's all go 3 -1.
They're 3 to wound.
They're 3 to wounds, yeah, because they're it's a 4 staff, so it's +2.
Okay, cool. And then how much to save? Is there any minuses to that?
-1 on these.
-1, so 4s to save. And how many have I got? 3?
That's it.
Cool. So we've managed to pass just 1. So 1 of them is done. Dust to dust. Bump.
It's good.
Cool, actually. We'll pop it out this way. Very nice. And then my turn.
That's it.
So here's the Marines back. Hitting on 3s. Hopefully we can get some 1s out of you, Darren. And then wounding and 4s. Oh, that'll do.
That's pretty nice, eh?
I think that's definitely an above average roll.
Okay.
Any 1s? We've got a few 1s. We've got 1, 2.
So we'll take those 2 out, leaving the aspirin sorcerer there. Okay, so Sean doesn't need to take him out because obviously he can't fail it. For me, on a 5 and a 6, I'm going to be losing him. He's
a 4. He's okay. He carries on.
Okay, so end of movement for the Thousand Suns. Araman has just dropped himself off down here. Demon Prince has pulled himself over here. The Sorcerer down here is advanced and pulled himself there, so he's lucky on the thing. Got 6. That's 12 inches.
There, Darren.
Over here, the troops have just pulled themselves out of the building, trying to line themselves up. They've got pretty much a good part, so they've protected. And the Knight is now starting to pull himself around to try and be a bit of a nuisance. So 2 Leviathans down. It does make things a little bit trickier, but I've got a feeling I'm confident I can still pull this out of the bag. So we're now going to start going into psychic phase. So the first thing Araman's going to do, he's going to cast off Warp Time. Gets it off. So we'll come back and remove the Demon Prince, and then we'll come back.
12. Oh, lovely.
So there. I want to go to the squad on his own. The 2 guys in that squad over there, they're now going to cast Smite.
Yeah.
And I'm going to choose your Devastator because they're all in base contact.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here we go. So
cool.
Goes off.
Cool. Devastator go.
Yeah, that's it. So that's 1 point for myself straight away.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool. Doink doink.
So then we're going to go to Araman next. Now he is going to cast off Temporal Manipulation, if I'm saying it right, onto himself. Goes off on a 7.
For sure.
So D3 wounds back. So that's him fully healed.
Cool.
And then I'm going to go with Smite, which would be onto that squad there. 5, 6, so it goes off.
Didn't you just cast a Smite already?
Doesn't matter with him.
Okay, cool. So he doesn't +1. You can only kill 1 guy.
2
anyway.
mortal wounds.
Does it carry over?
Yeah, of course it does.
Okay, cool. 1. No, I'll leave that guy in there. We'll take this guy out here. Cool.
Okay, then we're going to move over to the Demon Prince. So we're going to cast off Weavers of Fate on himself.
What does that do?
Gives him +1 invulnerable save.
So puts him to a 4.
Puts him up to a 3.
3, very nice.
They're a 4 up at the moment. And then I'm going to put the Glimmer of Zinch on him, which is -1 to hit him.
Yep.
Which I should have cast on the previous turn on the Leviathan. I kind of got ahead of myself and forgot. It is what it is. Stupid things happen. It's done.
What does this allow you to do?
Now this gives me -1 to hit him.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that makes him really, really good.
Nice.
And then we're going to move over to this sorcerer here.
Yeah.
So now he is going to cast off Diabolical Strength onto the Demon Prince. Not that he really needs it. Actually, do you know what? We're not. We're going to cast off Smite first of all.
Yeah.
Let's push that back to where it was. Knocked onto that squad. Which goes off.
Cool.
D3.
So Smites don't affect these guys. Cool.
And then I'm going to cast off Infernal Gaze onto that same squad. Warp charge value of 5. Goes off, and that is 3 dice. On 4+, they suffer mortal wounds.
Okay.
So that's 3 mortal wounds set onto that squad.
Cool. 1, 2, 3. Cool. So that's pretty brutal. So that's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 killed this turn.
That is where. So we're going to do Smite here onto the nearest thing, which would have to be the drop pod.
Yep.
Doesn't go off.
Cool.
I thought that was going to be a double 1. So now we're going to shooting. Okay, so the sorcerer, the aspirin champion, is going to fire his pistol into there. So there's Rupert rings, I believe, that don't get it. So 3 up, hits, and then wounds, and that is -2.
He's good.
We're needing that lower and down. Aaron is going to fire his pistol into them.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to fire his pistol into them.
2.
Believe he hits. Let me just double check.
Okay.
And then 4 to wound.
It's a 5.
So -2.
Yep. Ooh. Here, give us that green dice.
Well, you can have whatever you want, mate.
Roll
Whatever
really
you
hot
want.
with it. No, it's a 3. So is that 1 dead?
That's 1 dead.
Cool. I'll just take the Funkite.
Then we are going to go with. We'll move over to here now.
Okay. Who are you firing with? The knight or the troops?
We're going to fire with the troops first of all.
Okay. Cool. How many can see?
So,
are you shooting the drop pod? Or are you shooting the?
So 5 are going to shoot into your troops. So keep moving all your stuff, and then 5 are going to fire into the drop pod.
For sure.
So. Done it again. 3 are going to get 2 are going to get rapid fire. So whether the guy at the back, he can fire his pistol as well.
Okay.
And then the Reaper. So we'll do the Reaper first of all. 3 hit. Freeze. That's 2 at -3.
-3.
Yep.
And they won't be in cover.
No.
So I need 6s. No. So that's 2 dead.
2 dead.
And I'll go for this guy here and this guy at the back.
And then we'll do the pistol and the other 2 all at the same time, because they can. And then 1 hit shot from that one, because even though they're closer, it's still got to shoot.
Just remember the bottom blocks line of sight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
That one over there.
Okay.
But you were 100% right, Sean. Okay, so they've missed.
Yep.
4s.
So 3 saves at -2.
That's correct.
3 saves at -2. We've made 1 save, so it's 2 more have befallen. What I'll do is I'll take the ones at the back. So now I should be in cover.
Not quite.
There's
Still
1 more there, is there?
Yeah, still got 1 more there.
Okay.
And then the rest are going to rapid fire into that. Here we go. So needing freeze. And then your toughness.
5s and 6s. Okay.
2.
So
That's
we'll
all
do
right.
2 dice.
-2.
And we've made both. Wow.
Loving it.
Very nice.
Loving it. Okay, so then we're going to move to the knight next.
Yes.
So we're going to go with the heavy stubbers.
Yeah.
Are going to shoot into them. So I've got 2 heavy stubbers going into them. The battle cannon is going to shoot down to the devastator squad at the back, or the
Tactical squad. Yep.
And then let's go from there.
Should we do the tactical squad first?
So let's do the tactical squad.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 dice.
This from the battle cannon, or is it 2d6?
No, this is the heavy stubbers.
Okay.
So they're shooting into them.
Yeah, makes sense.
So 3s, 4s. So that's
Cool.
3 wounds.
No minuses.
No. So
3 up saves, and we're good.
Good. Battle cannon. For 6.
Mm-hmm.
All but 1.
2s. 2s to wound, Darren. You can't change your mind.
Don't want to read.
Oh, what? Do you want to command re-roll it for a point?
No, we won't. 2s.
Cool.
There you go.
And then -2. So 5s and 6s. Come on, good roll. I've lost 4.
It's cool. So that leaves you down with.
Cool. Just the sergeant left. So I'll start again. Go.
So we're going to Demon Prince is going to charge into him and to him.
Cool. So give us the dice. I just need 2 dice. So Sicarius re-rolling 6s. It hits.
Wow.
I wound on a 3, correct? Which I do. And
Saved.
Cool. Because you were 4 up in one. And then the other thing is we have a rapid fire bolt which we fire. We've got no hits. Cool. 6 inch.
So I'm going to spend a command dice.
Yep. That puts you down to 4. Yep. He's in.
So I'm going to go straight into there.
For sure. And then what are you doing over here with any of these guys?
Actually, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put him to... Sorry, hold on 2 seconds. Well, I rolled 12. 11.
11, yeah.
11, so what I could do is actually go to... If I put him there...
Yeah.
I've got to think about this, because then if I'm within an inch of him, they can't shoot him, because that can't be destroyed. As long as I end up my movement within there, I could pull him around to there, still being in base contact.
For sure.
So if I put him to there, still within an inch of him, and I'm not quite with an inch yet, but I can pull myself then, pull him in, slightly into base contact with him, which then pull me in into an inch of him, and then pull me into an inch with him.
If you think that's the right thing to do.
Yep.
Cool, Darren.
So Aaron is now going to charge into that squad.
Okay, can't do anything better.
Watch, can't fail it. So he's going straight in.
Very nice.
Then over here, we're going to go with the knight is going to multi-charge the drop pod and the troops.
Cool, so I can overwatch the knight. So I'll get one. Can you just measure that, Darren, see how far away they are? Because I don't know if I'll be in within 12 inches.
If you're out of 12 inches, I can't charge you.
Well, what do
so
I
you're
need?
just exactly 12 inches.
Okay, cool. So
just under. So I need 11 on there.
So 1,
I need
2, 3, 4.
I need 5 on the drop pod.
5, 6. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, question: can you still charge them because you're not going to be able to get your knight within 1 inch, are you?
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Even if I went around the long way. So all I'm going to do on this one, I'm just going to charge the drop pod.
Charging the drop pod, he says.
Charge the drop
well,
pod.
I'll put these dice back. Roll away.
Cool. I'm watching the drop pod.
Oh, actually, I forgot I can actually do that. They're not totally useless. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So let's roll. 1 hit. Very nice. Give me a 6. No 6s. What are we saying, Darren?
I'm saying that might not be.
I think you're going to be... Are you within an inch or are you without? It's going to be out.
I need 6 inches, so... Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I can't command reroll.
Why can't you? You've already used it. You've used it on this guy here.
That's it.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to...
Ooh, could we get some shots off this turn? We don't know.
We're going to go with the... Thousand Suns are going to have a go at charging
the drop pod.
The drop pod. I'm debating whether or not.
I can't shoot you, so if you can get in there, it's worth it.
For an 8 on that, yeah, let's do it.
So you're going to charge the squad.
So you're going to do the drop pod.
I'm going to do the drop. Are you going to do the drop pod, or are you going to go in for the troops as well? Because I will be able to see these guys coming over this way.
Mhm.
You're going to go for all of them, yeah?
I think that's probably going to be my
best thing to do.
Let's go for it.
Cool. So these are the first ones. So we'll roll them. No 6s, and then we will be rapid firing. So we've got
probably
1,
not
2.
all of them, unfortunately. How many got in there?
1,
So
2, 3, 4.
4 can rapid fire.
And then
So
5 can see.
5 can see. That's correct.
Cool. Now remember, we are -1, so any 6s. Hopefully we can. Oh, we've got 2 6s.
2 6s so
I've
far.
got 6 on the floor, but it doesn't count. And then give that one 3 6s. Very nice. And then I need 4s to wound.
That's correct.
Cool. Very nice. So 4 wounds at -1.
Ooh.
Cool. So that's 2 dead.
That is 2 dead.
Very nice.
It's quite painful. For 6, I think I just might be in just for the drop pod. 6 inches in, so that's
Cool.
just in for the drop pod.
Drop pod is in, he says.
That's it.
Okay.
So,
Any more charges to do, Darren?
I think that's everything. So Demon Prince is in.
Yeah, Demon Prince is most definitely in.
So inches, so it's pretty much those boys to that, which then give me 3-inch piling, so I should be able to start getting those up to there. Let's move these boys around to that. Cool.
Here we go, everyone.
So I'm going to do 2 attacks into him.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to do 1 attack into 2 attacks into him, then the rest into him.
Okay, for sure.
So do the 2 attacks first.
Yeah.
All hit, and then in 2s because of diabolical strength.
Yeah.
2 go through at -2.
-2. So only got 1 save. Roll away. So he is gone. So that's an extra point for you, Darren.
Yep. And then the rest. So that is a fail.
2 to end, is it?
Did I cast a presence? I didn't, did I?
Nope. Wow.
It's a 2.
2 saves.
Oh no, 3 because you're toughness 4.
Cool. Yeah.
Was it double 1 there? Was it?
Yeah, I believe so. We can have a look back. I will roll these. So a 4-up save.
Doesn't matter.
1 wound goes through.
So 2 damage.
2 damage. So that puts him on 3. There we go.
So we're going to go with Araban next. So he gets 4 attacks basic, but because of the new rule, he gets a +1
for charging. Nice.
That's it. So hitting on 2s. Get to re-roll the 1s.
Cool.
So all hit.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe it's 3s.
Cool. So just 1, unless he re-rolls his wounds. Minus. What's his staff? -2.
I believe it is -2.
Cool. Well, I failed with 2.
Yeah, it's -1, 3 damage.
-1.
-1.
So I rolled a 5 and a 6 and a 1 and 2. So just 3 damage. So that's going to be 1 Marine there. Boink. Sorry, I moved that guy a little bit. And then I moved that guy. So let's move him back to there.
Yeah.
Cool.
So then we'll have to move over to these troops over here.
Yep.
So move over to here.
Yeah, against the droppy pod.
Yep, so now the 3-inch piling, because I have nominated that. So
let's move this building a little bit. We know where it's based, just so we got
okay, so everything into the drop pod.
Yep.
So the aspiring champion, 2 hit, 5s, no, wouldn't it be 4s?
No,
+2.
Yeah. Cool.
And then the normal troops. Oh, that was a lot of not good rolling text.
Wow. This is an immobile vehicle.
Yep, but they're not very good at hitting mobile things, are they?
Cool. So these.
So there's differences. So you've got do the green ones first of all, which is a normal.
I'll just roll them. I think I failed those 2 for sure. I got a 6 on one of them, and I got a 4. So it could be.
So you the 6 you would actually save. And the 4 you would actually save as well.
Oh, very nice.
It's only -1.
And then the save of a drop pod is 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? These 2, how many damage? 2?
No, just 1 damage each.
1 damage apiece. That means that drop pod has 6 wounds.
Cool.
Very good. Cool. Anything else?
Right, so now it goes back into a unit that I choose.
Yeah.
Which I choose that squad there, so I'm going to pull
sure.
him into there. Because they're up against the wall, that does mean I get to attack.
Yeah.
So now they're just basically back to their normal attack characteristics.
Yeah.
So the aspiring champion is going to be these.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the guy on his own.
Cool.
So all hit. 3s and 4s.
Cool.
So 1 at -1 and 1 normal save.
Okay. 2 double 1. So that's that squad gone. So that there, sir, is a. Ooh, actually, it's not a command point, is it? Because you got 1 command point for the Devastator squad, and you got 1 command point over here for the squad.
You mean,
or sorry, bonus point. So these are just a tactical squad. So
this is
unfortunately,
the mark for death ones.
yeah. So unfortunately, this squad here isn't marked for death. So there's no point. But we'll recap that at the end. We'll probably just edit it out. Captain Sicarius, he will go next. So I'm gonna re-roll the 1 because I get to re-roll 1s. So that's 1, 2, 3 hits. Boom, boom, boom. I do unmodified roll of 6 inflicts D3 mortal wounds at on the target at the end of the attack sequence. So I've got a roll to wound. So my strength is user, so it'll be 5s and 6s. So 5s and 6s. So we got 1, 2, And is that actually a wound or a to hit roll? So a wound roll of 6 inflicts D3 mortal wounds. So I've managed to do your toughness 7, right?
I'm toughness 6.
Toughness 6. So just to clarify, the automatic wounds are done on a wound roll. So I know I said it wasn't the 6, but I rolled a 6. So you get D3 mortal wounds for 2. And then you get a save. You don't get a save against that, but you get a save against the other attack. That other sequence for the mortal wounds just ends, so there's no additional hits. You got a 3.
Saved.
Yeah, your invuln save now is a 3 up. So that is all of the shooting for this turn.
That's it. So just going into morale checks now.
How many wounds have you got left? You've taken 2.
I've just taken 2 so far.
So what has he got left?
So 6 wounds left onto the Demon Prince, and how many has he got left?
He has 3 wounds left.
Okay.
Actually, I can't do that till this turn, so I'll do that when I move out.
Okay, so morale checks over here. So you've lost 4 dudes from that squad.
Yeah, leadership 9 with the sergeant. Got a 2, so they're fine.
Cool. Right, so let's move in. So that's the end of that battle round. So start working out points, and then we'll come back.
So turn 3. Movement for the Ultramarines. I have moved Captain Sicarius. He's fallen back from combat. Have spent a stratagem which allows for 1 CP, which allows him to fall back, shoot, and re-engage. No minus modifiers because obviously this is the Codex discipline. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it. I've moved Sergeant Cronus over here to take on this guy. I am quite aware we have these guys within 18, but I have measured to the wings. What else have we done? We advanced the Grav and Gilliman just because the knight's slowly moving around that way. I spent 1 command point. You won't see it, but there was a tactical squad at the top of the building there. So 1 command point. So 5 of them have gone down to hold on to the objective with the drop pod in case it's destroyed. And I've moved 5 up here at the side of the building with the Rhino. What we have left though is we do have the Thousand Suns sitting in this building, making a few things awkward. We got 2 guys left here with Arrowman, and then if we move over here, all we've done with the tactical Marines here is just move them forward a little bit to allow them to be able to get a bit closer to the Thousand Suns who are in combat with the drop pods. So we try and get rid of some of them to make sure we can hold on to the objective. So I think our biggest problem is the Demon Prince, simply because he is a 3-up invuln. It is going to be incredibly difficult, but I think at this stage it's just moving chess pieces around the board. So let us move into the shooting phase next for the Ultramarines.
Okay, so Sean is about to use the stratagem, which is the
Martial Precision. It allows me to pick a unit, so we're going to do the Laser Destroyer, Sergeant Cronus. For the Laser Destroyer, I'm going to fire it twice.
Now the wording's interesting on this, so it'd be interesting in your comments down below.
We don't know if this is right or wrong.
Yeah, this is the interesting part, because obviously the way we read it is an attack, so we class the Laser Destroyer as an attack.
Yeah, as in use the stratagem before resolving an attack made by an Ultramarines model from your army in the shooting phase. When resolving that attack, right, do not roll to hit. It automatically scores a hit.
So let's get it up on the thing so you can see. So we're going to class that as the thing. So he spent a CP for it. Now I did roll off camera to see if I got the command point, which I did. So that puts me up now to 5 CP, and that puts Sean down to 4. Okay, so going into shooting, what are we going with first, Sean?
We're going to go
with him.
The precision attack. So it's going to be 3s to wound.
What profile did you go for?
I went for the super heavy strong one because it does not miss. So 2 saves.
2 shots, is it?
Yeah, 2 shots. 3-up invuln save, is it?
That's correct.
Oh, he's making the most. Oh, brilliant.
Awesome, I like that.
Not bad. And then plasma pistol from Sicarius. Sicarius is going to fire his plasma pistol. Tactical flexibility is in play, so we are rolling to hit. Hitting on a 3. And then we're wounding on...
You would actually be hitting on 4s.
No, he's a 2+ ballistic skill, plus he's fallen back, so I've counted that in.
Yep, but then he's got obviously the Glimmer of Zinch on him, which is -1.
Yeah, so it's still a 4 hit.
Yeah, anyway. You still hit him, yeah.
And then on top of that, what we need to do is it is a 3 to wound, because it's the plasma pistol is Artificer. So it doesn't wound, or it does wound, yes.
Strength of the weapon?
8.
Yeah.
Cool. So 6, he makes that one as well. Very nice.
He's a boss today.
Yeah.
So there's no more shooting apart from the drop pod onto him, yeah?
Drop pods. 3 hits. And then that will be an Ultramarines unit, so re-roll the 1s. And then we need 1 wound, so 1 normal save. 1, 2, 3. He loves it. Or he's just a 3+ save, isn't he? And then this drop pod here is going to rapid fire in there. Just 1 hit.
So it should be 4s to hit, yep.
And then it is nothing.
Cool. I like that.
He's taken a lot of firepower this turn. Shooting wise, we actually don't really have a huge amount left.
So all these guys over here can't shoot because they're the closest. Even if they could, they're still the closest, so you can't shoot them. So then nothing can shoot over there. So it just really brings over to here.
True. I can't.
No, you can't.
Shoot,
You can't because you can shoot the knight.
Yeah, shoot the knight. So I'll do 1, 2, 3. What's the knight now? From the back unit. Yeah, they're all going to be in. So 6 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rapid firing. Oh, not a good roll. Unfortunately, it's gotten away from us. Right, so put them to one side, and then it's 6s to do any damage. No 6s, Darren. You'll be happy to know.
Cool. So we're going into combat.
Combat next, yes. So what we have is we have charges over here.
Yep, got no Overwatch, so
cool. Ooh. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in we go. Does your power work on close combat attacks?
Yes.
Cool. So I need 3s to hit. So hitting 2s.
Yep. -1.
-1. So 3s to hit. Re-rolling 1s. 2s won't count. So we've gotten. That's re-roll that 1. So they all hit, and then 6s are mortal wounds. So we have no mortal wounds. So just 2 saves, Darren.
Strength for your weapon
is user. So it'll actually be 1, right? Correct.
That's correct. Yep.
A 1.
I'm going to command dice that
For sure.
for a 4. That's
Cool.
saved. So the command point I got back, I've just actually spent. So that's cool.
Cool.
Worth the investment, I think, because I don't want to lose any wounds.
No, you don't. Your go.
That's cool.
We do have.
Okay, so
1.
charge over here. Sean's chucking dice around. Okay, so needing 3s.
Needing 3s. Oh wow, that's terrible roll. Oh dearie me. And then needing
4s.
4s. So that's better. So 4 saves, Darren.
2 ups.
Yeah, 2 up saves. 1 goes down.
Yep, I'll take that. I'm not even going to bother.
Well, you can't roll it, can you? Because you used your command point.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so because Sean's pulled this guy around to the back here, that meant that because he was closer, it meant I can pull more towards that squad away from the drop pod, because not all of them were in base contact.
Yeah.
So being the pile in, I've got to move towards the closest. Because of that dude, that meant I can pull more over towards them.
And that just gives you a few more attacks.
That's correct,
So,
yeah.
so what are you putting your attacks on?
So I'm going to do 1 attack onto the drop pod.
Yeah, from who?
So 1 attack on the drop pod from that dude there, and then the rest are going to go.
Okay, so you're not going to use the sorcerer then for the plus.
No, the sorcerer's going to go into the guys. So,
cool.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more, and then 9 was into the thing. So we'll do the 1.
Yeah.
1 dude onto the drop pod. Nothing. And then there's 3 in there for the sorcerer.
Nice.
And then the rest onto him. So sorcerer's on point. Needing 4s and 3s on the purples.
Cool.
That's really good. So you have got 6 normal saves.
Yep.
And then you've got 3 at -1.
6 normal saves. I've lost 2. And then these are at -1, yes?
That's correct.
So I failed 1. So I lose 3 this turn. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. Right, Darren, talk us through what you're doing.
So the Demon Prince now is going to attack straight into your fella. Because you've attacked me, it means I do get the +1. So that's 8 attacks now going into him.
Yep.
So that is a bit poop. 2s miss. That is a bit shocking.
Okay.
Check one thing, Sean. No, it's 2s to hit.
Okay.
So where's the other 2?
So it just had 2 in, yeah. Cool.
So 2s to hit, and then 2s to wound you.
So he gets +1 to hit.
Yeah, because I've got diabolical strength off at the moment.
Yeah, is it? Oh, it's diabolical because you didn't get prescience off.
Didn't get prescience off, which is +1 to hit.
Yeah.
But diabolical strength does add 2 to my strength characteristics. Oh, and it also adds 1 to the attack characteristics as well. So I forgot about that.
Yeah, but you don't get to put the 2s in then, do you?
No. I hit on 2s. Yeah.
Okay.
Diabolical strength.
Yeah.
Adds 2 to my strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because
right, so Darren is going to add another 2.
Because no, just another 1.
Another 1.
Because I did forget about that the previous turn, which could have made a big difference.
But this is for this turn, right?
Yep.
Cool.
So that hits. Now these are to wound.
Yep.
So needing 2s because of diabolical strength.
2s to wound.
There you go. That's cool.
Okay, so we roll these. So we have a 4-up in one. Unless we roll well, we're probably out of the game with Zacharias. Right. So he actually has made all of his saves, bar 2. Will I spend a command point and re-roll that? That could be interesting for me. And would keep me in the game and stop that unit moving around. Cool, yeah. Let's spend a command point and re-roll it. So on a 4, 5 or 6, he does live, so he's down to 1 wound. Very good, well done my friend.
Okay, so for end of movement for Thousand Suns, Demon Prince obviously at the moment is still locked into combat. Ahriman has advanced and jumped up into the building. Now because Gilly is a monster, that does mean that Gilly can't go after Ahriman if he does make it through the thing. Ahriman can't be shot at the moment because the guys down below are still the closest target. And then the sorcerer here is just advanced, pulled himself over to there. The guys are pulled up for the same basis that Gilly can't shoot, giving me a line of sight onto the Devastators that squad at the back, which is what I need at the moment. And then over here, the knight has just pulled himself across the board. He is just out of an inch of the actual base of the drop pod. So he's not locked in there. Those guys are still locked into combat. So we're going now into Psychic. So let's go with the important one first of all. We're going to go with Smite from this fella into him.
Okay.
So let's give you the camera.
Yes, very much.
So let's go for Smite first of all.
Oh,
goes off. Doesn't matter how many I do,
okay.
He's still dead.
I'm going to use Intuition. It ends. This is the start of the Psychic phase, so you don't have your invulnerable save, and you don't have your minus to hit, right?
What's this for?
2 CP, and I can attack.
So just off cam, just roll to see if I get that point back, and I do.
So 2s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Right, so we've got an all hit, and then 6s will do mortal wounds. So I actually have done no wounds, so it wasn't actually a worthy investment.
No, but it still put the fear of God in me, so...
Did put the fear of God in you.
Do you want to do a command reroll on any of them?
No, it's not worth it. I've got 1 CP left.
Okay, you can if you want to.
Nah, I think I'll be okay with that. It was worth it. If I'd had caused 2 wounds, and you'd failed, and I'd killed him,
yeah,
we would have had a moment. But
I didn't realise you could do that, because that actually put the fear of God in me.
But the thing was, it sounded really bad. I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Because if I said something, you would have put all the buffs on him. So
yeah, no, that's cool.
I read the rule. I was like, he's going to do this, and it's the first thing he's going to do.
Play. Right.
The next thing I'm going to do is the temporal manipulation.
Yeah.
Onto the Demon Prince.
Yes.
From that squad there. So that does go off for D3 wounds. For 1.
Well, 1's better than none, so that puts him up to 7. So he's just lost the 1 wound.
Cool.
So then we're going to go with him. He's then going to cast off Weavers of Fate first of all. This is probably going to be the important one, so I'm going to risk it for a biscuit.
Well, you're going to spend... How many do you need for Weavers of Fate?
I need a 6 for that.
Cool. So you need on a 1 or a 2. It's gone off.
It goes off. So cool. So that is the +1 in fun.
Oh, very
Then I'm
nice.
going to go for the Glimmer of Zinch on a 7. Goes off. Oh, I wish that would have been Smite onto Numbnuts.
Okay.
So that does give me Glimmer of Zinch. So it's -1 to hit, and it gives me the 3
Even
up
if you
in fun.
smite, he's the closest target, so it wouldn't matter. Drop on.
Even if I smited, that's still a good target to go onto for.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not.
That'd been really cool. So how many wounds you got?
Who?
The drop pods?
I don't think you've attacked it yet.
I haven't, but I'm just saying.
Oh, he's got 8 wounds.
8 wounds. So that's not bad, right?
I mean, I think
would
he
be
can
cool.
take the drop pod off.
I'm going to do Diabolical Strength onto him.
Very
That also goes off.
nice.
He's just got to be careful. It's like we're really like clutching onto things here.
Very nice. That's a good turn.
That's a really good turn. So Araman next is going to be casting off. Interesting enough, I'm going to cast off Prescience onto these guys.
Yes.
4/7 does not go off. Needed that really. And then I'm going to cast off Warp Time onto the Demon Prince.
Oh, the Demon Prince is on the move, which he does do.
Again. So Demon Prince is starting to go over. So then he gets to move his 12. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring him to there. So Amron is going to cast off Smite, so it has to be that drop pod there.
Cool, goes off.
D3.
3 wounds, so puts it on 5.
Cool. That's good. This squad here is then going to cast off Smite onto Gilly.
Cool.
For 1 mortal wind. That's good. So we'll give him that one.
Yeesh.
Over here, these guys are going to cast off Smite into the squad in front.
Yes.
Goes off. I only can do 1 anyway, so
okay.
Just 1. Anyone?
Is it into the Marines or is it into
it's
the drop
pod?
Marines. You choose, do you?
I choose because you're both in base contact.
Cool. So I'll just take this guy over here away. Very nice. So we actually looked that rule up, and because the drop pod is closest,
it's the actual Spyron champion it's coming from, so it would actually be onto
the droppers pod.
The drop pod, yes. So I believe that is all the psychic spells done.
Shooting.
I haven't missed anything, have I?
Nope.
Because he's done everything. He's healed him. So let's go into shooting. We're going to go with this squad first into your Devastate squad. So we'll go with the Reaper first.
Yes.
For 1. -3.
-3. So we need a 6 up. Can I make a 6 up? I can't. So that's one of the devs gone. 1.
Okay, so then for
9 more shots.
5. No, because it'll be 8 more
pistol,
shots.
Yeah.
Because a pistol. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Yep. Okay.
For 2.
Cool. So 2 more saves on this squad.
-2.
-2. Can I make it? I make 1. So there's another one down.
It's not as good as I was kind of hoping for.
Ooh. What will the Grav do back? Oh.
Yes. Well, it's one of those things, I suppose. Can't do everything. So then we're going to go with shooting from Amron's Assault Advance, so he can't shoot. We're going to go with the Knight. The Knight is going to shoot his battle cannon. So how many points have I got on vehicles at the moment? Just 1, isn't it?
You got 2 points in vehicles.
What's the second vehicle?
So there's 1 drop pod here.
Yep.
And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So you've only got 1 point so far on vehicles.
Okay, so the battle cannon. So what we got here? Any Grav here, or is it just troops?
Yeah, there is Grav there. There's 1 unit, 1 guy with Grav.
And you split them up. And where's the second squad?
What do you mean second squad?
Second squad's just back here, yeah?
The second squad's behind the building.
So I'm going to go with, from the Knight, Heavy Stubbers are going to go onto this squad here.
For sure.
The battle cannon is going to go onto this drop pod just here.
Is a good move. So he's getting his points. He's not letting me get away. So Darren, come around here, roll some dice for us.
Yep. So let's do the Heavy Stubber. All but 1. 3. 3 saves.
You give us some dice there. Come on, boys. All done. Very nice. 4s and 5s.
Battle cannon
into the droppy pod. Oh,
that's good. That's very good.
This is where Darren's getting his points.
That wasn't so groovy. It's a 4 missed. They all do wound, so that's cool.
Cool, 3's to wound. So -2, so 5s and 6s. Are they 2 damage apiece?
Indeed.
So I've managed to make that many. So, but unfortunately, we've had 8 go through. So that is 2 damage apiece. That is the drop pod gone. It doesn't explode, unfortunately, because they don't have the explode rule. So that is another point.
Not unfortunate for you.
Not unfortunate for me. Is right, Darren.
So we'll take that away.
We'll just pop it over there in the dead pile. In the dead pile.
So pistol from the Aspirin champion into your squad.
1 misses.
Doesn't. They've shot. It then just goes into combat. Oh, it's too late now. But I did have a melter, which I couldn't have shot anyway because
you are in
nothing
combat
ranged.
with her as well.
Yep, that's it. So we're going to go to combat. So the Demon Prince.
What's he up to?
The Demon Prince is going to go with. So that'll give you 2 there. Demon Prince is going to target onto this building.
Yes.
Onto that drop pod.
Yep.
For 9.
Cool. So he's in.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to roll. I get 1 6. And then can I get a 5 or 6? No, nothing.
So what I'm going to do then, I'm actually going to drum him over to there.
Very nice.
And see whether or not I can actually hide myself behind the ruins, ground floor of the ruins, so he can't be targeted.
Makes sense.
Let's move his wound up to there. The next one I'm going to do is the knight into the drop pod here. So the knight can't fail that.
Yeah, so he's in there.
He's in there. They're all onto him. There's nothing else that can charge.
Nope.
So let's go with the Demon Prince first of all.
Yes.
So 4 basic because of the talons is +3, plus because of the charge, and +1 for the diabolical strength.
Nice.
So hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. Re-rolling that 1. Cool, all hit. And then needing 3s to wound.
This is probably where it'll be. Ooh.
That wasn't so great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at -2.
Yep, war talons.
Oh, Darren. 1, 2, 3, and then you did 6 wounds, but there's no wounds on that, so it's still alive.
Still alive, but I'm still locked into combat, so
that is true as well.
So that's cool. So that stops you getting that objective, but it still means that you're holding more at the moment.
Well, we can test the objective, don't we?
We can test it, yes, but it means that you're not holding it, I'm not holding it. So it's all to play for.
Excellent.
So we'll do the knight. So I'm just going to work out what I'm going to do with the knight. Okay, so we're going to go for the nice cinematic effect. We're going to go with that big old chainsaw. He's going to be ramming it down the middle of that drop pod, splitting it in 2. So hitting you on 3s. 2 missed.
Wow. So don't roll any 1s. Okay, so what
both go through.
How many damage?
6 damage apiece.
-3. -3. So I need a 6, yeah?
That's it.
Okay, can I get a 6? I can't get a 6.
So it does mean he's gone.
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
Done. We did a big debate over that for like 2 or 3 minutes. Like, it was incredible.
I'd been better off actually failing it.
Right.
Just so I'm still locked in combat, so I can't be shot at.
Makes sense. Right.
Yep. Right. So then that does mean that these guys can then pull closer to those.
Very nice.
No bonuses because obviously we're going into the second round. So what have we got in there, Sean? We got 2, 4, 6 normal dudes.
Yep.
And 2 from the sword Aspirin champion. 3s. So just the 1 missed.
Cool.
And then 3s and 4s.
Yep, 3s and 4s. Cool.
So 1 from the staff.
Yeah.
And then 3 normal saves.
So the 3 normal ones. We passed them.
Loves it.
And then I need a 4 up on that one, which I love. So no damage.
Loving it. Loving it.
And then I will have 2 from a sergeant, and then there's only 2 other guys left with them. Cool. So roll to hit, 2 hits, and then we need 4s to wound, no wounds. So we are not doing much there.
Cool.
The drop pod doesn't explode.
Doesn't explode.
Is that the end of your combat?
Yep.
Cool.
So, movement wise, what have we done? We have moved Bobby G over this way. We have moved, I've actually moved the Vindicator Laser Destroyer with Sergeant Cronus forward. As I said, I've moved the Grav unit forward. I've moved this squad of Space Marines forward. There's a unit at the back, and we're probably shortly going to lose the Space Marines over here. So I think what we're going to try and do is take out this unit here. It is worth an objective to myself, so I'm going to put the Grav into that. That's worth 1 point. And then, even though the Demon Prince is tooled up, we are going to try a charge in here. So I don't really have a huge amount to do. I am going to see what I can do over here. So let's go into shooting. Sean has used his last command point for his Gravs. So see where if I get it back, and I don't. Okay, so the Grav from
within
there.
6 inches of Bobby G.
Yep.
We will re-roll to hit, all of them. And because the tactical doctrine is still in effect, so threes, I don't get any minuses. So that's them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This should hopefully put this unit.
Strength of the weapon.
Strength of the weapon is 5.
So threes.
Threes, re-rolling wounds. So.
Not all the wounds, or just
because
ones?
I've used the.
Right, yes, of course, sure.
Cool, so. These are pretty good, so I do need to re-roll these. Cool, so it was only one that missed. So they're D3 damage.
Okay, so before you roll that, I do get an invulnerable save. So
okay.
was it -4?
It is minus... let me have a wee look-see.
So I do get a 5-up invulnerable save for those, which is looking tasty. So that is 5 bite the dust. That is actually a really, really good roll. So let's work out what I'm going to take away and then come back. Okay, so Gilliman is next. So 3 shots, hitting on 2s.
Re-rolling. 3 hits, strength 6, 3s to wound. 1, 2, 3. And they are minus... they're -1, 2 damage apiece.
-1, 2 damage apiece. So I'm actually going to go with the cover.
Okay.
Because then that'll actually give me a 4-up.
Yep.
Yeah, will give me a 4-up, won't it? Yep. So here we go.
Oh, he makes some more.
Saved.
And then finally, the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to fire the Vindicator Laser Destroyer into... Actually, no, I'll tell you what I have. I actually have the bolters. So I'll fire those guys in. So they will be 24. So there's 1, 2, 3.
How many could see though? That was the question.
They'd fire all at the same time, wouldn't they?
They would, but how many would see when they were there? Because a lot of them were hidden behind the actual...
1.
1.
So let's just roll 2 dice. 2 hits.
Yep.
4s to wound. Re-rolling 1s, because of Gilliman. So 1 save at -1. 1 damage.
Saved.
Cool. So I'm going to fire the tank. I'm going to do the overcharge shots. Both hit. 2s to wound. Re-rolling 1s because of Gilliman. So 2 wounds at -4.
And that's at the...
6 damage apiece. -4.
At who?
At these guys. Cool.
1 save, 1 dies.
Cool.
So we'll take that dude there.
Very good. I don't think I've got a huge amount more that I can fire in on those guys. I think I'll move into the... Oh, I'll fire these guys here.
Yep.
So we've got 4 grav shots. I will be hitting you on 3s. Take away the 1s and 2s. And then I need 3s to wound. 1 wound at -3.
No, so 1 more goes. We'll take him.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bolt guns from these guys into the squad. So they're hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Okay, so it's just the 1.
Just the 1.
No 1 re-rolls or
2
anything
up.
special.
Saved.
Cool. Very nice, very nice. 2 up because... No, 3 up, right? You are right. Because it's -1 for the cover, but it's my...
Yeah, but I get... it's only damage 1, so I get +1.
Yes, +1, so that's
and then
very
the cover
good.
+1, so it's 2 up.
Shots from the Space Marines into the Thousand Suns. They all hit. 4s to wound. 1 wound.
Saved.
Oh, lovely.
It's awesome.
Lovely, 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 lovely.
So going with the charge then, so you need a 4 for ghillie, so it's 5 inches.
I actually, what have we got here? So it's going to be 5 inches, so you need a 4 to get within an inch.
Yeah.
And then the beautiful thing with ghillie is he gets +1 to his charge. So he's going to go in 6 inches.
Sure. Okay, so ghillie going in, so 6 is basic because of the Angels of Death, +1.
+1. So we're hitting on 3s because of the psychic power you have.
You can't re-roll the 2s,
Can't re-roll the
unfortunately.
2s. Okay, and then any 6s are bad. So I get to re-roll 1s. So it's only 3 saves you need to make, Darren.
And this is bad because this is what, 3 damage apiece?
Yeah, but you'll probably make these.
So 1 goes through. I'm debating whether to spend a command point just to go save that one, because I am. I think I'm going to bite my. If I don't, I might regret it. No, I'm going to take it. So I'm going to take the 3 damage on him. Let's do it. Let's just do that.
Cool.
So going to resume this combat over here.
So 3s to hit. Take those away.
And then 4s.
4s to wound. No wounds.
Nothing. Okay.
What happens when you roll a few dice?
So what we'll do, we'll start off with the Demon Prince first of all, and he's going to put all his attacks into ghillie.
Yep.
And then we'll come back to you. Okay, 8 attacks.
Yep.
It's big because I get the +1 because you've charged me. We need 2s. We get to re-roll that 1.
Yep.
So they all hit.
Yep.
Now ghillie's toughness is 6, is it?
Yeah, toughness 6.
Toughness 6, so I need 3s.
Okay.
So that's not bad. So you've got 5 invulnerable saves to make. So 3 up, 3 up.
Yeah, I believe they are 3 up saves, correct?
3 up invulnerable save, that's it.
Okay, cool. And we've passed all of them but 1.
So that's 2 wounds onto ghillie. So that's now putting him down to 7 wounds.
7 wounds.
7 wounds. Okay.
Cool.
Interesting times ahead of us.
It's very nice.
No.
Okay.
Not with 2 up save.
Not at all.
So 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so we're going to go over here. So the champion is going to be the purple again. He's not doing so well this time. So then needing 3s on the purple, 4s on the greens. But we have got 3 normal saves and 1 at -1.
Cool. So the 3 normal saves, can I make them? Come on, boys. No, I failed 2. And then that one is a 1. So the squad is gone.
So ends of the turn, all I'm going to do is spend 2 CP, leave me down to 2, just to auto pass these guys.
For sure.
Because I can't afford to lose them, because that is a point for yourself, and that then allows me to hide them because I haven't got enough to finish off what I need to do. And at the moment, that's the best place to put them, because I really want you to come out so I can then shoot you. So that's cool. I'm happy with that.
Very nice.
Very nice. I like that. So let's go into Thousand Suns turn 4. Okay, so what we've done so far, so movement wise, the knight has moved himself to here. These guys have just dropped back down from no line to hide line of sight. Here, Aaron going to stay put. We've just measured it out. Ghillie is actually closer than the drop pod, so I get to choose the ghillie for that. They're the same distance, so I get to choose. So ghillie is one I'm going to choose for smite when I go into psychic. He's advanced, pull himself up to here, so give me line of sight for diabolical strength. And if I want to do the infernal gaze, I've then got that ability to do it onto ghillie if I want to. I think that's it. So the other guys are over there hidden away. There's not much more for me to do. So let's go into psychic. So more importantly, we're going to go Weavers of Fate first of all onto the Demon Prince, which goes off. So that's the +1 invulnerable save. Glimmer of Zinch onto the Demon Prince, which goes off. So that's the -1 to hit. We're then going to go off with Diabolical Strength onto the Demon Prince, which just goes off on a 6. So then that gives him the additional attack and the +1 strength. I'm then going to go with that Spiker's second spell is the Internal Gaze. I'm going to do that onto Gilliman. So walk charge value of 5. Ooh, does not go off. This is big because do I do this or do I not do this? This is the crucial thing about this. I'm not. I'm gonna hold it. Gonna hold it. So Araman is up next. So we're going to be going with Temple Mutilation onto the Demon Prince to heal D3 mortal wounds back. Doesn't go off. Oh. I'm going to take it. Doesn't go off. I needed that, but it is what it is. So we're then going to cast off. Presence is not worth it. So we're then going to cast off Smite onto the Demon Prince, which does go off. So D3 mortal wounds for 1.
Cool. So that puts Gilliman from 7 to 6.
To 6. There's no point doing Presence because it doesn't add anything. There's no point doing Warp Time unless I chuck a Sorcerer. Can't do that because then he's moved, so I can't do that. That's going to be it on that, unfortunately, for that side. So then I'm going to spend a CP to make the Demon Prince do. So he's a Psyker, so then I get to use the Great Sorcerer, which 1 CP allows me to do another Psychic spell, which I'm then going to cast Smite onto Gilliman.
So you do Smite twice with the same guy?
No, because he hasn't done, the Demon Prince hasn't done Smite yet.
Okay.
Demon Prince is cast off Weavers of Fate and Glimmer of Zinch on himself.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
That is what I need. So that is D6 mortal wounds.
Okay.
So that's big.
So can you roll a 6? No,
2.
4.
I'm going to spend that last CP.
Yep. Re-roll it. Don't roll a 1.
Oh no!
Okay, so he's 4 wounds left.
Oh, that is shocking. So he's got 4. Demon Prince has got 4. Even battlefield here. Apart from you can do a lot more damage. That is shocking. Right. So we're going to go straight into shooting.
So it's just the knight and the rhino.
So we're going to go pistol from Araman. I believe I'm in range. Well, it's 11 inches from there. Pistol into that. I believe that hits.
We checked this. He hits on the 2.
2, yep. Doesn't wound. No worries. We didn't care anyway. Pistol from him into him. Hits. Nope. So it's okay. So everything from the knight is going to go into the rhino.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with the melter gun first of all.
Yep.
No, I haven't got a melter gun. I've got heavy stubbers.
Heavy stubbers.
So heavy stubbers. Freeze. And then 5s.
Is it 5s? What strength are they?
Strength 4.
Okay, so yeah.
So 3 saves, normal saves.
Cool. So I actually take 2 wounds. Put them on 2.
Start.
Okay. Ooh, good for the heavy stubbers.
So then going for the battle cannon. That's not bad. 8, 4, 6, 8. So that's 2 missed. And then freeze.
So 5 up saves, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 wounds went through.
That's 6 damage.
Cool, 6 damage. So that puts it on 6, 8 damage. So it leaves it on 4, correct?
I believe so.
Very nice.
Very nice indeed. I think that is all my shooting. So we're going to now go into combat charges. So we're going to go with see if the knight can actually charge into that. So what do we need? We need a 10.
Yep.
So Overwatch.
We said no Stormbolter, so roll away. Cool.
Nope.
Nothing. Very nice. And combat over here then?
Yeah. So we'll select the Demon Prince first of all. So it's just 7 attacks now.
Yeah.
So hitting you on 2s. All hit. And then wounding you on 3s.
All but 2. So 3 ups. I basically can't fail
2.
I can only fail 1. So I have failed 1. So he will attack back now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I grab another dice there? 6. There's no one else in combat, is there? No. So hitting on 3s. Okay. Re-rolling that one. So get rid of the 2.
and then I wound you on 3s. Is that right? What's your toughness?
Toughness 7.
Yeah, so
Toughness 6, sorry.
Right, and 6s. I need 6s. Right, so come on, 6s. I get to re-roll the 1s. So it's 1, 2, 3 saves to make, Darren.
Yep, strength is...
Yeah. You've 3 up in one.
Yep.
Oh, he makes them all.
Thank God on that.
Very nice.
That is like poopy pants time.
Absolutely.
So I think that is my turn. So
Yeah.
That is
So you've actually killed more, but I hold more.
Yes, at the no.
Right.
Yes, you do at the moment because you got that over there. He's still you've got 2 units on that.
Yeah.
To my
so I've
1,
got 1, 2, 3.
To my 2.
Yep.
So yeah, so let's tally that up. So before we go any further, we completely forgot about Death to the False Emperor. So if you are there watching this battle report and you're going mental, to apologise, I'll try to remember for the next turn. So recap for the Ultramarines.
We've blocked it with the Rhino. We've brought the troops forward to try and charge these guys. Gilliman's still in combat. I've brought the what is it?
Laser Destroyers advanced.
Yeah, Laser Destroyers advanced to fire off some shots at the knight. But as you've killed more and you've succeeded, I'm kind of behind it. So should we move into shooting?
Let's do it.
Let's overcharge the Vindicator Laser Destroyer and fire off 2 shots. So 2s to hit. So 2 hits. They're strength 10.
So you need 3s.
3s, re-rolling 1s. So I've got a 3 and I re-roll that 1 because of Gilliman. So 1 at -4. It's a 4 up in one, is it? It's a 3, so that's 6 damage.
That's horrible. That is horrible. Right, next up.
I'm going to fire the Devastators, the Devastator squad into the knight. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're hitting on 3s. Okay, they miss. And then we're looking at 5s and 6s. No rerolls. But that is enough to put 2 on you.
Okay.
That should scare you a bit. Oh, and that's D3 damage on that one for another 2. So that's 8 damage.
Okay, so what's left to shoot, Sean?
I'm going to do the bolters in the same squad that are going to fire into the knight.
Can they all see?
Well, they should be able to from
Yeah.
here.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. So take away the 1s and 2s. So it's actually a bit terrible. I need 6s to do any wounds. No 6s. And then we'll do this squad here into the knight as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. So we've had 2 miss.
Yep. And then to wound.
To wound, we're looking at 6s. So we're looking at 1 save at -1 to the AP. Cool. And then we got 4 grav shots, which I'm going to let rip with. I need 5s and 6s. I've got 1 6 at -3, so 4 up save, which is a 2. Another D3 damage, so it's just 1 more damage.
Okay. It's cool.
Very nice.
So I'm just guessing it's going straight into combat now.
Cool, yeah. So these guys here are going to charge the guys.
Yep.
To the front of the building is going to be a 6-inch charge.
So just over 6 inches.
Just over 6 inches. So let's see what we get. We got a 7-inch.
So you're in.
So I'm in. So they're just going to move 3, like so. And then these guys here are going to smash in. But you're in combat, so we know how this works out, don't we?
Yes.
Cool. So 3 from the sergeant. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 attacks on my guys. Hitting on 3s. Take out the 1s and 2s. I'm not very good as an Ultramarine in combat. I need 4s to do any wounds. 2 wounds. 1 in 3 chance we lose 1 Marine. Do we lose 1 Marine? No, we do not.
So your first activation being Gilliman.
My first activation being Gilliman, so he will get 6 attacks. Hitting on 3s. I do get to re-roll all hits, but I don't get to re-roll
Nope.
2s because they're minus. Okay, cool.
That's correct.
And then the next thing that I need to do is I'll give these a good shuffle. I wound you on 3s, and I get to re-roll 1s. Okay, so let's re-roll that one. No, so just 3 saves. He's got 4 wounds though, right? Oh.
Okay, so the Demon Prince is holding in there with 1 wound. Let's pass you on to Sean.
Yes.
So 7 attacks coming back
Mm-hmm.
at Gilly. Needing 2s. 7. Hold on a second. I'm forgetting something here, and I so diabolical strength gives me +1 as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So 4 basic plus
Yep.
3 because warp talents. Yep, I'm underdoing myself for 1 more.
Ooh, lovely.
So get to re-roll the
Yep.
1.
Yeah, all
6.
hit.
Okay, so
3s to
death
win.
to the false emperor.
Okay, 2 more.
If I can beat the dice up. Okay. I should have remembered that a long time ago. Here we go. So freeze. Come on, Gilly.
Okay.
Come on, Gilly.
Bum 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 bum. He fails. So he goes down. And then we re-roll.
On a 4, does he get back up?
He doesn't get back up.
Yes!
So he is
Gilly
down.
dies to a demon prince. Woohoo!
Right.
Okay, so my attack's back down here.
Mhm.
So the champion gets 3 and then 4 from the other 2. So need 3. Okay, so the 2, death to the false emperor.
Mhm.
So that's 1 more. Okay, 4s and 3s. So that's 1 at -1 and 2 normal saves.
Okay, so that's a 1, is it?
Yep.
Cool, so 1 at -1 we've made. And then these ones, nice and quickly, I lose 1 guy. Cool, but I still will outnumber you, so I'll take this guy here away. Very nice.
Yes, so it does mean you hold more still.
So hold.
At the end of my movement phase, the knight has just pulled himself up, got himself a nice little BDI onto the Devastator squad. We've got the Rhino to take out if we desire, and then over here they've just stayed put. They've stayed put. Demon Prince is still locked in combat with the drop pod. So let's go into Psychic. So let's pass you back over to Sean. Okay, so we're going to cast off first of all Weavers of Fate onto him. Goes off. We're then going to cast Glimmer of Zinch, which goes off. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So he's not -1. We're going to do Diabolical Strength onto him, which does go off just. We're then going to cast off Firestorm onto that, which does go off. So 3 dice on 4+. So it just takes 1 mortal wound onto him. Then we're going to go with moving it over to Araman, and he's going to do the Temporal Manipulation onto the Demon Prince, which goes off for D3 mortal wounds for 1. Well, 1's better than none, right? Then he's going to cast off. He's going to cast off Smite onto him, which does go off on a 10. So that is the big one.
On who?
Onto him.
Okay, roll d6. 5. Cool.
So that puts him up to 6 wounds. That's good. That's really, really good. He's done. He's done. He's done. Smite into these guys, which goes off just for 1. Doesn't matter which one. Take that back guy off. Kill him. So then it just goes into shooting. So the knight is going to shoot everything into the Devastator squad. So we'll go straight away with the heavy stubbers. Freeze. Actually, it might be 4s. Hold on. So freeze, and then 4s. So it's 1 normal save, Sean. Cool.
Normal save.
So battle cannon next for 6.
Who's these against? The Rhino?
No, this is still into the Devastator squad.
Okay.
So 2s. So that's 4 go through at -2.
Passes the dice there. Cool. Let me see what we can get. -3 because I am in cover, right? Bottom ground floor.
-2, so 2 die.
-2, but I'll be on the ground floor of the terrain now.
Yeah, -2, so 1s, 2s and 3s kill.
Oh yeah, so cool. He's gone, so that's 2.
So we've got pistol into the combat here.
The far side.
Hits. Wounds, -2.
-2, can I make it? Nope, that's one more.
So we'll take the back dude off. Then Araman is going to shoot into this one. 2s. And then 5s. Nope. Same thing again. No, it doesn't hit. Don't hit. So then going straight into combat. Knight is going to charge into the Rhino.
Cool.
Can't fail it. So we're going to go to...
Makes sense.
Let's move over to there. Not it's going to make any difference. That's all combat. That's all that's going to happen. So
Cool.
we'll go with the Knight first of all. And I'm going to go with the Reaper. So 4 attacks. All hit. 2s. So that's all goes through set. -3.
Does it explode? Let's just assume. Like I've only got 4. I've only got 4 left. So so they all go through.
Roll to see if it explodes.
Yeah, roll a dice. We don't have an explode, so we've lost that. But you can advance 3 inches.
So at the moment, I'm just going to hold it just to
Roll away.
So Demon Prince now going into the drop pod. 6s do generate 2 additional. All hit. Then needing 3s. So that many save set at -2.
We have lost a drop pod with 8
That's
wounds.
it. So it doesn't blow up.
Very nice. And then combat over here with these guys.
Yep. So that'd be... Actually, you'll go first because that was an activation over there.
Cool. So I will have 2 attacks on my sergeant, and then I'll have 1 from the Devastator. So 3 hits, 4s to wound, 2 wounds.
Saves.
2 saves. Nice.
So my attack's back. So 2 normal, and then we'll do Sarge. 2 wounds. So 1 minus.
We lose 1 guy, so we'll take away. Actually, I'll take away this guy.
Cool. Okay. So that is it. So it's just now down to morale checks.
Morale checks. I'm not going to lose anyone from.
So you lost 4
knife.
here.
I had 3 left because you killed one at the end of last turn, correct? Did you kill anyone from a pistol?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. From the -2, and then there were 4 in the squad. So
Sergeant gone. That's leadership 8 now.
cool. So we have 3, and that is 7. So we're fine.
Good. Devastators haven't today lose.
How many are left? Let's have a wee sneaky peek. Devastators have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they've lost 2.
Can't fail that.
Okay. So we'll put them back.
Needed 1 more. Okay, so that is it. So let's tally it up and then we'll come back. Guys, if you got to this point of the battle report, we really do appreciate it. It's been a long game, but it's been a close game. A lot to take in all the way through that. I know we've made some mistakes all the way through this. You know, we've just been talking back on
Can't
some
remember
of them.
as false emperors. I'm playing new Codex, so if I've made any mistakes, that's simply because I picked these books up this morning. But hopefully you enjoyed it. I mean, definitely not the way I thought it was going to go from like the first, second turn. And I could probably have picked my missions better.
Yep, it was an epic battle in the middle between a Demon Prince and Gilliman.
I don't know how I didn't kill him. I rolled like 18.
I think it was just like having that
3 up in one.
The Glimmer's Inch was really good. Give it that +1 invulnerable save to a 3 up.
But you think if you roll like 18 dice, like the average is you should get at least 3 3s.
Yeah, sure.
I think that would have swayed it.
So it might have ended a little bit earlier if I remembered about Death to the False Emperor.
Probably actually would have ended a lot earlier. The only thing that I kind of remembered towards the end is you need to save 1 CP all the time for Gilliman. I spent those 2 on Sicarius to try and do some crazy like coup de
Yeah, you see, like when you spent it on like the Grav, and I thought, is he really doing this? Because like
Grav was good, man.
The Grav was good, but Gilly's better.
What do you mean?
You always save that command point for Gilly to get him back up.
Yeah, I should have done. But then I needed to get rid of that squad, but I didn't get rid of them. So
you didn't. You risked it all for a biscuit.
Yeah.
It didn't pay off this time.
Loads in here. I'm going to go away, study the books.
But look, it was obviously we've talked about what Sean could have done differently. There's a couple of things in there, like as I said, there's mistakes done both sides. Like straight away from myself, if that was a competitive game, that would have been a bit silly because with the Leviathan moving, the second Leviathan moving over, I should have done the Glimmer of Zinch and the I should have cast off the +1 invulnerable save, because that would have made a massive great difference going into what he was doing. It's only once.
I really like that character, that one. That's super good, man.
Which one's that?
That's the one when you die, you spend like, if you're a character for an Ultramarine, 2 CP, and like like that's like you smite someone. Like let's say that was Gilliman, he attacks you, right? And then he gets back up at the end of the phase. So you could spend those 2p, attack out of sequence, and
that's good, right? Because that's but like the idea upon that is you don't want to die at all. You know, but if you have that option, look, for 2 CP, that is really, really good, really strong. It nearly done what you needed to do.
Nearly did. I just 3+ invuln's hard, man.
It is hard. And
I never make those saves when I have storm shields.
You know what? On normal Marines, no. But when it counted, the Demon Prince did save the saves, which was really cool. Just down to that 1 wound.
I think I need, I'm gonna go away and look at it. There's so much good stuff. I don't even like that. Look, that list shows that drop pods are back, especially with Grav. Like 2 units of those with like, I was running 1 drop pod with I mean, I'd probably just put a cheap captain in there, figure out how I can get some rerolls. Maybe even keep the two bubbled up. I mean, they're so good for an Alpha Strike.
Oh, 100%. It's
what did I do? 14 wounds on the Leviathan.
It was it was more than that. It was like 19 wounds, 18, 19 wounds on the Leviathan. So the drop pods are back. That's for sure. They were really cool. Sean done some really, really cool stuff in it.
They're not OP though, are they? Would you say drop pods are OP?
I wouldn't say they were overpowered, because I've seen what other things can do in this unit. The Codex can offer you at the moment. So no, I wouldn't say.
Imagine I was charging in from that. That would be horrible.
What would you chuck in there though?
Oh man, Stern Guard veterans, and then you'd probably you'd be re-rolling one of those dice.
But I suppose what we've got,
you can combat squad them as well.
You can combat squad them. I suppose what we're going to look upon, like on the competitive side, of the gaming, like for the ICT, if it's myself playing this, I would have gone with Recon. 4 those drop pods would have definitely dropped down in 4 different locations, giving me A, holding those objectives, and B, allowing me then to take at least 4 of the quarters. That's one thing we've already talked about. That's how I would have played that a little bit differently. I would have definitely probably done the same thing that you've done with the drop pods in the corner, because that was my mistake, where I was flapping around and I moved that troop back over to the other side. That cost me dearly. That really did cost me dearly.
But you're only really doing that because you're an elite army. I mean, you could get away with that against Imperial Knights or Chaos Knights or like small elite armies. You'd really punish them. But against big horde armies who are going to screen you, I don't think you really have to worry about them a huge amount. I mean, there's more things in this codex that you could do that would be horrible.
So this is the thing for yourself. So like if you went up against a horde army, so let's say for argument's sake you went up against the Orc army.
Yeah.
Orcs would have run all over you. Yeah. There's nothing you can do upon that. So Grav is going to be good against stuff that's got 3+ saves. So against your Knight army, it's going to do very, very well. Do I think it's going to win against a Knight army? So what you've taken today, you're going to struggle against Knights. You could definitely
take them on in combat with Gilly. I think still in combat, but that sword.
But the thing is, with Chaos Knights, there is a way of shutting down his invulnerable save. So look,
but if you shut his invuln save down, you lose yours as well.
But in combat, I don't have any.
What do you mean? I thought you had a 4-up. You can take your relic. I thought you had a 4-up.
No, it's in shooting.
I see.
So like,
should have charged him.
Yeah, you should. Well, that's the thing. If you charged him, and I went for the other relic, so the shield, you know, the invulnerable save helped me, but if you are going up against Chaos Knights, I would have a close combat one, especially for that relic, just to shut down close combat, because that is really, really strong. Sorry, shut down the invulnerable save, because that's going to deal with your Gillies, that's going to deal with your Magnuses, that's going to deal with... it's not going to worry about other knights, because other knights don't really have invulnerable saves in close combat, but against a lot of other stuff, that can do, you know, for one turn, that can cause a lot of trouble, right? And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for some decent damage in there. But look, Gilly's no joke. You know, he can dish out some real good damage, and that's the thing. You know, the other thing I just like thinking about. I don't know. I just like.
What are you doing that for?
I don't know. But the Devastator squad, you know, I'd have probably advanced the Devastator squad you had in the Rhino. I'd advance those up the board. Definitely got in to try.
The question is, right, would you just put a tactical squad in the Rhino, or would you just take another drop pod? I mean, the drop pod is actually cheaper. The only thing that I realised is if you have Space Marines, tactical guys getting out of drop pods, you're rapid firing at -1 against things like Thousand Suns or anything with like decent cover save or anything that negative to the hit. It's not really that. The only thing I took out of that is those two squads, the Devastator squad re-rolling to hits with the -1 from Scar. Like, that's scary. That's horrible.
Sure. But I tell you what is going to be cool out of this. Out of this book so far, the Imperial Fist, like against this army, the Imperial Fist would have absolutely just torn this army apart.
No cover saves.
No cover saves, so you wouldn't get the, you know, there'd be no...
no messing around when you're coming down.
No, that's it. It'd be straight down, like, cover saves, get it out. I think I still would have got the +1 to my saving throw for the Dust to Dust.
The bolters, yeah.
I think I would have still got that. I'd have to check the wording on that. Unfortunately, when you do armies, it's so hard to keep up with all the rules. It is a struggle on that. But I think the Dust to Dust rule does. Actually, do you know what? We've got the Codex right here. Let's check.
I'm really tired. I can't believe you're actually checking this.
I'm going to check because it's cool. Because I like this. This is really cool. So add 1 to the saving throws for Ultramarines. So it's not a cover save. It's just add 1 to the saving throws. So even if you're in your open, you still get that +1. So that's really cool. Puts them up to 2 up. But if they're in the buildings, to like scouts and stuff like that, it just stops them from getting the saves. Anyway, look, we're a little on. Thank you very much for watching this battle report. We really do appreciate it. If you do see anything that we've done wrong, or anything you think that maybe like with the rules, for instance, please do drop a comment down below. It's really cool if we get this right together. As always, you guys are absolutely awesome. We love you to bits. We love all the comments that come through, so please do keep them coming. If you haven't already, please do check us out on Facebook under Twisted Dice. And if you haven't already, why not? We are streaming live every Wednesday night from 9:30 on Twitch as Twisted Dice TV. Please do come catch us on there, where you can chat to us live on there. We love all the conversations going on, so that'd be awesome.
Usually struggling to get online.
We can get online, but we do love the conversations on there, so please do catch us up on that, and please do drop some comments. More importantly, do drop some comments down on what you think of the new codexes so far, especially with the Ultramarine supplements. So it's been really cool. We've had a chance to play with that, so yeah, please do drop some comments down. We would love to hear back from yourselves. Further ado, if you'd like to support us any further, we do have a Patreon service where we do have a cool Discord channel. We have some cool, awesome guys chatting away in there, which would be really awesome if you could join us on that.
Further ado.
Yeah, for little as $1, you could join us on that, and also we do have better rewards as you go along the tier.
Where do you think your words go? Do you think they just end up in the ether somewhere?
I don't know. Just like
Yeah.
I think someone dropped a comment down below if Darren can get his words out.
Mate, it'd be something else.
But look, thank you very much for watching this, and hopefully we'll catch you all again soon, very soon.
Thank you very much.
If you haven't already, please do hit that like and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Good night, and God bless.